Drew Smyly struggles again. Where do the Cubs go from here? And some questionable rain delay decisions. Let's talk about it right now.
You are Locked On Cubs, your daily Chicago Cubs podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
You are Locked On Cubs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Alongside Sam Olber, I'm Matt Cozy. Please support the show by following on your preferred audio platform, and you can watch, subscribe, and leave a comment on YouTube. Thanks so much for making us your first listen. Sam and I are lifelong fans, taking our passion into discussion with you on all things Cubs. I would think that Carson Walker is still repeating that in the morning, but we'll see as they return to school later this month. Shout out to the Walkers
100%
in Alabama. Well, we record here at 9 Central straight up, recording time here on a Monday evening. And as of right now, Cubs-Mets is not an official game, although it is if they want it to be. The Cubs trail the Mets 7-2. 6 innings have been played, although the last couple innings should not have been perhaps due to the rainfall. And Sam, kind of a weird game. We're going to get into the baseball part of it, including Drew Smyly's struggles, but just some weird things from the Mets.
Yeah. All right. So let me just back up here. Had a busy day today, and you know, I got home from work right about 6 Central, and the Cubs were the pennant race. Matt, I had my mail in my hand and one hand. I had my food in my other hand, and when that door opened, I just dumped it all on my countertop and ran right over to the television to turn this game on because I was so locked in. And then I learned about all the potential weather and things like that.
Yeah.
It's always uncomfortable to play a game that you feel like's on a time limit.
Yep.
And what happened was, before we get into why the Cubs lost this ball game, is it was the top of the 7-2. Kodai Senga comes out to pitch, right? They throw the diamond dry on the mound, a little kitty litter, anything they could do to get him not to complain. He throws 4 warm-ups. He asks for more diamond dry, more kitty litter, throws 4 more warm-ups. They bring another guy in to dump it in. And then after 2 more warm-ups, Showalter says, he's out of this game. Something's not right. And then we're talking about 8 to 10 minutes here.
Right. You're only supposed to get 8 warm-up pitches.
And then as Showalter makes a motion to former Cub Brooks Raley to come out of the pen, the umps decide, let's just put the tarp out. So they didn't get a chance to start that inning, which has ramifications in its own right. And it was all poorly handled by a poorly run organization, the New York Metropolitans.
Yeah, I was upset at the way that went down. And it's not my problem that your team has lost 6 straight games.
Right.
It's not my problem that you're an epic failure. I mean, just a failure of massive proportions by the Mets this year.
Yeah.
Big offseason, underwhelming actual season. Traded a few main players from the roster last week, including Scherzer and Verlander. So they're not doing well right now, and maybe they would do whatever it takes to get a W. So we'll see if that goes final as we record. Before the tarps hit the field, though, the Cubs were mired in some pitching mediocrity due to their starter, and we get to that coming up next. Sometimes in life, we're faced with tough choices, and the path forward isn't always clear, whether you're dealing with decisions around career, relationships, or anything else. Therapy helps you stay connected to what you really want while you navigate life so you can move forward with confidence and excitement. Trusting yourself to make decisions that align with your values is like anything. The more you practice it, the easier it gets. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime at no additional charge. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/LockedOnMLB today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/LockedOnMLB. The Cubs play the Mets at 6:10 p.m. Central Tuesday, and you can listen to every pitch with the Cubs hometown broadcast in Sirius XM on the SXM app. Search Cubs, or tune into channel 844 and catch the Cubs all season long on Sirius XM. Drew Smyly did not give the Cubs a chance in this game, Sam. $8 million per year. He signed for 2 years, 19 M's last winter. This dude has struggled for a month plus now. They tried the opener thing. It was okay. And now, since he hasn't been an opener, he's really struggled. On Monday, he went 5 innings, 7 runs on 8 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, 2 homers, both to Pete Alonso. What did you think about Smyly?
Well, first of all, I think he's making like 9 something a year, 2 years, 19, whatever.
Oh, you're right. That would be about 9.5.
Yeah. So it's about 8.5 too much.
Yeah.
I thought Smyly was horrendous in this game today, and I think sometimes as fans and as podcasters we tend to overanalyze. There's nothing to overanalyze. I thought the Cubs did fine. You and I spoke off the air. We both agreed Senga's probably going to go around 5, 2 earned. He ended up going 6. They made him work counts. Happ ran himself into an out of an inning, but I didn't think they were terrible by any means offensively.
Right.
Drew Smyly came out. And the number one bullet, on the game report or the game plan was, right after Pete Alonso, there's nobody that could hit on this team. So don't let Pete Alonso and don't let those guys beat you. And he let him beat him for 5 runs. And that was the game. And I know Drew Smyly's struggling, and I know Drew Smyly's not very good right now. But as a veteran pitcher, he should be better than that. And please don't comment that, hey, that first home run was wind dated. I don't care. It's a home run. It's worth 3. So I'm tired of Drew Smyly. I think we are in a position now where it is safe to start questioning the pitching. I was a little bit anti that just because I think the Reds and Braves are so tough offensively, and then so are the Red Sox. So, a lot of the teams that you've played are just really good offensively. But yeah, you have a problem right now because, Hendricks is coming off a terrible outing. Smyly's been the worst pitcher on the team for 2 months now. Stroman's not far behind him. Steele, even his last couple outings, hasn't been great. And so, how long can you rely on Tyone? They have some issues, but the good news is they do have some depth. They do have some options. I think in Toronto, it should be Hayden Wesneski for Drew Smyly. I firmly believe that. Yeah, it's annoying. It's frustrating, but it's one game. It happens. Unfortunately, the Reds and Brewers are both going to win on this Monday night. So you drop a game. So you have to come back and win these next 2. I think most people thought the Cubs were going to win 2 out of 3 this week, and the game that you'd peg them to lose would be Monday. So it's not like we're in total, oh my gosh, that was brutal, but you got to come back and answer. And I believe they will, but there's nothing to talk about this game outside of the rain delay stuff beyond Drew Smyly is pitching terrible. And oh, by the way, he can't field his position anymore either.
Yeah, he's having trouble with grounders back to him.
Yeah, he's pitching terrible. And his body language is awful.
Oh, he looks sad.
Yeah, it's just awful.
And I noticed that actually when he was warming up that first time they were used the opener before.
Yeah, you texted me.
I just thought that he looked very smug, frustrated, despondent. You're a major league pitcher making 9+ M's. There's nothing to be sad about as far as I know. Yeah. Now, if there's a personal issue or you see somebody on the street, you know what I'm saying? But your body language, your expression needs to be one that is better right now. At a pennant chase, this is what you give us? He didn't even give the Cubs a chance.
The best part of this
I know they were underdogs Monday, but I don't care.
Barely.
Okay.
So...
and there's nothing to be happy about when Smyly's out there. There's nothing to smile about.
No, the only thing to smile about on this Monday evening is just one of the better hair days you've ever had. I don't know.
I just kind of been like poofing it up.
No, I don't know what you did to it.
I had a home run in pizza earlier.
It's it's like one of the 5 or 6 best hair days you've had on our 13th month run on this program.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So congratulations to you.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I might clip that. Because as far as that, there's nothing else that excited happened today.
There's nothing else clippable.
No, I mean, Bellinger had 3 more hits. He was
the offensive highlight by a wide margin.
I've never seen a stretch like this in my life.
Now, I will say Caleb Kilian finished the 6th with Nimmo
Yeah,
grounded into a double
yeah,
play.
all right.
And Lindor grounded out as well.
Yeah, he got a few ground outs.
Well, he got 2.
I mean? Yeah, awesome.
And
Yeah,
okay.
you know what I mean? What's the expectations here?
Well, the expectation for Smyly should be that he should be demoted from the rotation moving forward.
Yes.
The rotation this weekend. Oh, you know what? I actually did want to talk about one more thing before that.
Yeah, no, whatever.
Before we advance the ball down the field.
It's your hair.
Your
hair, man.
So I didn't.
No laughing from Ross. He's really upset with that umpiring crew, and he should be.
Well, I got something to say about that.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't understand the Senga fear. I don't know if that's a fair way to put it. And I don't know if going off Twitter is the greatest thing of all time. But I respect the heck out of Senga, but never will I be afraid.
Do you respect the heck out of him?
Well, I don't know about that, but he's got good stuff.
He's a fine pitcher.
But I don't understand all the negativity and fear about Senga before and during the game. You think that the Cubs are afraid after these last 50 games in which they went 32-18?
No.
Please.
Afraid? I'll tell you, the only
and from accounts that I was surprised were posing this theory.
Yeah, the only thing that anyone was afraid of was Senga and the wet mound.
Right. And Buck Showalter, apparently.
Yeah. Buck, keep managing, Buck. Keep managing. The team's terrible.
And to top it off,
you
don't like the Mets? What occurred?
1969.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you know your history.
Well, my dad used to tell me the story in 1969 every day before I used to go to sleep between ages like 3 and 8.
Oh my gosh.
I know it all. Black cat, Sano punching the guy. I know the whole story.
So instead of like children's stories, you
got
Cubs history.
I never was involved in any sort of children's books or play dates or any of that. You know what? You know what I mean? There was a ball in my hand from day one, and there was sports on the TV from day 2. That's how it kind of went. I didn't like
phenomenal.
Read Dr. Seuss or anything like that.
Well, maybe we can clip that
or play with Legos or any of that stuff.
Oh, well, Legos was pretty fun.
Yeah, for you.
A couple of Hot Wheels.
It's about winning games.
You've won between ages 3 and 8.
It's all it's about.
And Ron Santo hated the Mets, right, Sam?
Of course, and that's where mine stems from. R.I.P. to Ron. I mean, what do you think? I'm going to applaud them for this?
Just real quick, Sam on the show last week did kill Ronnie Woo Woo.
No.
And he's very much alive. I saw him before Sunday's game.
Come on, don't do that.
I know this has kind of been a goofy show. So.
No, I apologize. I really do.
I took a picture of him. So I should have put it on the air, but
oh geez.
Of him, not with him.
Oh, great. Thank you for that clarification. It's about winning.
To top it off, Senga balked twice. They didn't call it.
Agree.
One time he didn't come set. One time was a pick to first. And then he had not one but 2 pitch clock violations. One they did call, the other they did not. So I usually don't talk about umpiring.
No, the umpiring was poor in this game.
But make the calls.
Yeah, it was poor.
Make the calls. So this weekend, Friday is the Stroman spot. Steele on Saturday, and Sunday is the Smyly spot. Assad took Stroman's spot last week against the Braves and has put together a nice overall campaign and a multi-inning role. You'd probably get to see him again on Friday, I would guess, especially now with the demise of Smyly again. Steele Saturday, as I said. Smyly cannot start Sunday against the Blue Jays.
No, have him come out of the bullpen.
It should be Wesneski or Kilian, or it could be Tyone, who is starting Tuesday night against the Mets, because Tyone would be on regular rest.
It shouldn't be Kilian.
Right. He's on the roster.
I know, but like
it'll be Wesneski or Tyone.
Yeah, like, because I don't want this thing to come out now. He threw 1 good inning, so let's let the guy start.
Well, he threw like 5 pitches.
Yeah. No, yeah. It should be Wesneski, for 4, and then Smyly can come out of the pen for a couple and then go.
Well, maybe you can go up there and then maybe take a couple innings in the dugout.
Oh, yeah, I got to renew my passport.
I don't even have a passport, I don't think.
No,
That's embarrassing.
I don't say that publicly.
Oh, okay. Should I cut that out? Or?
No. I hear like some sort of tapping in the background.
Oh, I think I'm nervous.
Oh.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's kind of making me nervous. Maybe the New York rain is coming over, to the Illinois area.
What was the tap? What was it sounded like?
It sounded like you were tapping your leg on the table.
Oh, I might have been.
Yeah,
I got a classic story if you want one about tapping the leg on a table.
Yeah, why not? Let's have a little fun today.
Covering an Iowa-Michigan game back when I was a reporter for the Hawkeyes.
A football game?
Iowa-Michigan State, basketball.
Okay.
Michigan State was number 1. They came into Iowa City, Iowa. Iowa upset them that night.
Okay.
And the post-game presser after, the opposing coach actually leads off the media availability.
So that'd be Tom Izzo.
Tom Izzo walks in. He sits down in front of mostly Iowa media. I think there was 1 or 2 Michigan State reporters. And he was so riled up after this game. He was not only shaking his leg, but it kept hitting the table hard. And it was like for minutes. It was really something because you could hear it as well. And he was just so upset that they lost this game. I'll never forget that. It's like these coaches are crazy.
Right. So who do you think's going to pitch this weekend? You know what I mean?
He just kept hitting his leg.
No. Those college coaches
You're
are
going to
all...
need a knee replacement or something.
No, those college coaches are all a little off kilter.
So I would maybe consider Tyone Sunday. I would, because you have an off day Monday, right?
Yeah, let's see what happens with him tomorrow. But yeah, it's a good thought. I just think it's pretty easy to just bring Smyly out of the pen and just kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and just
Right.
have this last starter be a combination of Wesneski and Smyly. It's fine.
Yeah, we've discussed that before. They've tried it before.
I don't understand. I don't understand especially now that you have Kilian to eat a game in a blowout.
Right.
Megan Montemorro just tweeted out, still raining pretty heavily there. It's 10:15 Eastern as we speak. I would be surprised if this game ended up getting restarted, but if it does and they come back and win, then we look foolish. And boy, would I love nothing more.
50 games left entering Monday. Let's talk about the 49th game left when we return. Today's episode is brought to you by eBay Motors. For
eBay
championship team, it's all about making sure every player is a perfect fit. It's the same when it comes to your vehicle. Every part needs to fit just right. So the next time you need parts and accessories, head to eBay Motors. With eBay Guaranteed Fit, you can be sure every part you need fits just right the first time around. Just add your ride to the My Garage and look for the green check to know the part will fit or your money back. Because just like in sports, confidence is the name of the game when you shop on eBay Motors. And with over 122 million parts to choose from, you'll be back in the game in no time. After all, it's easy to bring home a win when the right parts are guaranteed. Get the right parts, the right fit, and the right prices on ebaymotors.com. Let's ride. eBay Guaranteed Fit, only available to U.S. customers. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply. We're back here on Locked On Cubs. We're going to close out with a preview of Tuesday's ball game. Shout out to all the audio peeps out there. I know that the presence has been heavy on video recently and an increase, but on audio, the Apple charts on Monday were very nice to see. Keep this program, top 15 program.
Yeah.
So please keep downloading and listening on the audio side as well. Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Tuesday, the Cubs can bounce back. Tyone against Carrasco, Sam, Bellinger, Candelario, Gomes, Happ, and Horner, all with nice career splits against Carrasco. And you got to even the series now.
Yeah, I would say there's a little urgency too in that ball game as we approach 8,000 YouTube listeners for Monday's show.
Right.
Yeah, I think there's a little urgency. I think you need to win that game. You don't want to start. Remember, this isn't going to happen again. But we had great vibes, and all of a sudden you blinked in Miami and Washington in May, and everything changed. You want to get a win under your belt. You want to get a win under your belt early, which I think they will. Carrasco dominated them, I believe, last time they met. I don't think that's going to happen again. Couple guys. So Jan Gomes is in like a 1 for 17, little funk. I really like the way Hap's hitting, Matt. I really do. I almost think I may do like a giveaway or something tomorrow with him as the home run subject.
Oh, great.
I think it's coming.
That'd be fantastic.
Something like that. So, all right. Yeah, no, today was annoying. Like today was one of those days where I had a really bad day.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's pretty much like 3 times a week. And, and like I said, you just, when you have a day like that, you're just racing to first pitch.
Yeah.
And then by like 6:20,
baseball.
I was so annoyed.
6:20. Yeah, it wasn't long.
Yeah. So I think I might just go to bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't need any time to come down. You're good.
No, there's
do the show, watch some baseball, go to sleep.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to watch anymore.
You might not even watch any more baseball.
No, everything I need to watch is done. Milwaukee's blowing out the worst franchise in baseball, the Rockies. And, the Reds already beat the Marlins. And, it was a bad Monday. But guess what? Tomorrow's Tuesday.
I am really curious. My guess is that, respectfully, you didn't vote. But maybe you did. I know there's going to be some lockdown power rankings.
I did vote.
Oh, you... my apologies.
I did vote. I saw that today, and
because the Cubs better be top 10 in those rankings.
Oh.
If they're not, we're gonna have some fun. And I would like to have the Locked On host that dares to vote them below the 20th spot.
And the Cubs are heavy favorites in Queens tomorrow night.
Okay. Sounds good. Shout out to the everydayers who are with us all 5 episodes throughout the week. And you can become an everydayer by checking us out each and every weekday. We got to get going here.
Better than
Be sure to hit that subscribe button for Locked On Cubs on YouTube and smash the like button for the algorithm. Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, and streaming on SiriusXM. Cubs Mets again Tuesday. Let's see if the Cubs can bounce back. He's Sam Olber. I'm Matt Cozy. This is Locked On Cubs.